All right, John, thanks. Now it's time to go behind the story, featuring the leading voice on one of today's top topics. Earlier today, we had a chance to talk with the director of the Economic Research Institute of Erie at Penn State Bearing, Dr. Ken Louie. He explains what effect these new 50% tariffs on aluminum and steel will mean throughout the country and for us here in the Erie region.
The important thing to remember about tariffs in general is that they are intended to provide some protection for particular industries. So in this case, obviously, the intent is to protect workers in the steel and aluminum industries. At the same time, we have to keep in mind that because steel and aluminum are important inputs in many other industries, it will also have a spillover effect on other sectors.
What does this type of tariff mean for businesses, maybe around the country, but also here locally in our area here, Doctor?
Sure. So any industry that relies on steel and aluminum, metals in general, will be affected. So the more obvious examples are the auto industry across the country. Uh, Still, automobiles require a considerable amount of steel as an input. You talk about aircraft manufacturing. You're talking about beverage producers and distributors that rely on aluminum for the cans, other food products that rely on tin cans. You're talking about oil explorers who use steel for their exploration platforms. You're talking about construction industry workers who rely on steel for building new homes, high rises and so forth. So across the economy, there will be ripple effects. Here in Erie, the second part of your question, we don't really have a specific steel sector per se. However, some of our industries are in fact related. So we have a very vibrant metal refining industry, uh, metal casting. So those industries are likely to be affected as well.
Does the 50% tariffs on aluminum and steel eventually help the economy grow here, Doctor?
It will help the workers who are being protected by those tariffs, but it remains an open question as to whether, on balance, it will generate benefits for the entire economy. Because, as I indicated, and this is a choice that society has to make, there's really a balancing question at issue, whether the benefits of granting this kind of security and protection to one sector is worth it in light of the other negative consequences on the rest of the economy. And so we have to decide that as a society by balancing the benefits and the costs. The primary reason in this specific instance is to help the workers in those sectors. As you know, the president was in this part of the country, in Western Pennsylvania, just recently, and really generated a lot of support on the part of steel workers. So that's the most immediate reason. But I think more broadly, if you've been keeping up with the president's agenda, I think it's really part of his philosophy that the U.S. wants to be more self-sufficient, and this is a way to bring back jobs to this country by restricting imports.